What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Paul Skenes is getting better. We have to talk about the fact that he's actually throwing his changeup now. He learned that over the offseason and in spring training, but he hasn't really trusted it. Well, now he's fully trusting it. We also have to get into his extension, or should I say lack thereof. If he does get one, should it be $400 million? $500 million, more than $500 million? What should he get? We have a 17 pitch at bat, maybe even 18 pitches. I can't exactly remember. It went on forever. Bro was just spamming the contact swing button. The Braves, they might have yet another rookie of the year. Their rookie catcher could be joining Ronald Acuna Jr. as well as Michael Harris as guys who have won rookie of the year lately for the Braves. And the A's, I'm going to say it, they're really setting themselves up for an insane 2026 and beyond, just in time for their move to Las Vegas. So we'll get into all of that and more in today's MLB recap. You guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. But a quick favor, if you guys want a chance at winning a free MLB TV code for the rest of the year, I'm giving away 25 MLB TV codes later today on my playback stream. It's playback.tv/the show. I'll be live with Kooks46, Giraffe Neck Mark. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you guys there. We'll be live around 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a blast. So playback, make sure you download it. Paul Skenes gave up a career worst 7 base hits as he shut out the Reds. That's how nasty and all-time talented Paul is. Off night, meh, still not going to really do any damage against me. That's if Paul was doing the recap, not me. The difference between last year Paul Skenes and 2025 Paul Skenes is that he's breaking out the changeup more. He learned that in spring training. He didn't really trust that over the first few months of the season, but he's deploying it a lot, and now he's got a lead. That's the 11th home run for Brian Reynolds, and more runs. A 2-run single that turned into 2 bases is not a double. Look at Ke'Bryan. I forgot to mention that was Jared Triolo, by the way. I'm just skipping to Ke'Bryan Hayes, my bad. Ke'Bryan Hayes got the standing ovation. I did hear some boos a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Maybe some Pirates fans are still kind of salty about that contract and him being one of the worst hitters of all time. That's a rocket base hit. Nothing came of it. I already spoiled that. Paul Skenes was disgusting. Skenes, by the way, is 14-0 when given 3 runs in a single game. He's about to make it 15-0. He was painting 99 miles an hour. Again, he was deploying that changeup all afternoon. He got Ellie for his 8th strikeout of the game. He allowed no walks, over 6 scoreless. He's down to a 1.94 ERA on the season. We know that he's a former #1 overall pick. Same with this guy, Henry Davis. He's showing off the insane talent. Like, the batting average is not there, the on base isn't there, but his bat speeds have been insane, his exit velocities as well. And behind the dish as a catcher, he's actually been pretty sick at throwing out runners, and the pop time has been really quick. The Pirates, they blanked the Reds 7-0. I almost forgot to mention this stat. Paul Skenes made history. He just became the youngest starting pitcher in the history of baseball to go 5 consecutive home starts without allowing a run. He's now thrown 27 2/3 innings in a row without allowing a run at home. Paul also has a win in 3 of his last 4 starts, so the offense is finally having his back, and over his first 47 starts to begin his big league career, he has a 1.95 ERA with 332 strikeouts and 277 innings pitched. So he's already shown that he is a once-in-a-lifetime arm talent, and he's getting better because that changeup is being used more often. He owns an insane 1.5 ERA his last 15 games. He was a rookie of the year his first season in baseball. He started the All-Star game. He made a 2nd All-Star team in his sophomore season, and he's probably going to win Cy Young because Zach Wheeler's given up 4 in like 4 of his last 5 starts. That makes me sad. I wanted Wheels to win it because Skenes is going to have another decade or plus in baseball. So I have to ask this question. What would the extension have to be to secure a talent like Paul Skenes? Is it $400 million? Is $500 million the floor? Or is it more? Remember, Paul Skenes just turned 23 years old, and before the season, he came out and said that he hasn't even heard about an extension, but we all know that Bob Nutting, the owner of the Pirates, this would be him in the negotiation room with Paul Skenes and his agent. Like, this would be the dollar amount that he'd be willing to give up.
I got $199. I've got $799. I've got $16.99.
We have another big dude who throws gas. Logan Gilbert was unhittable for the first few frames. He had 5 punchies through the first 3 innings. J.P. Crawford, he got on for Randy Arozarena, who just uncorked on this curveball. I thought that it was going to hit that sign out in left field. The kid had a sign. Randy hit it here. I love this celebration, by the way. Randy and his first base coach always do rock, paper, scissors, and that was a tie. Randy's batting average isn't great, but 23 home runs and a 135 OPS plus, that is crazy. Josh is hurt, so you can see that he was slow to get to first base on the ground out, and before that, he was wincing on some swings. They're saying it's a shoulder issue. I'm hoping that it's nothing serious. Like, remember, Tatis used to have shoulder issues. Anytime you swing one-handed, you kind of risk it. I'm not even going to put anything out there. I hope that he's just going to be okay. Logan, he was awesome, but he did get tagged by the 34-year-old. Michael A. Taylor has 7 home runs and 3 outs above average, which aren't the craziest stats ever, but hey, he's still rocking out at 34. Oh my God, we're tied. Drake Baldwin, he got it to carry out. And Later in the game, the White Sox are now up. It's 3-2 after the wild pitch. Mariners fans, they got to be on edge. No chance they blow this game, right? And they got a gift from the baseball gods. They will not blow this game. The White Sox are about to blow it on that Rojas error, so that forces 11 innings, and Dom Canzone, he got Gino to sprint home. It's a clean sweep. The Mariners have actually won 4 games in a row. They are now just a game and a half back of the Astros. We'll talk about the standings and also the stat leaders after the game, so don't go anywhere. Seattle almost blew that game. The Braves are about to blow a lead and give their fans a migraine. You're going to have to break out some Motrin for Braves fans. It all started with the rookie Drake Baldwin catching 98 inside. That is some insane bat speed. Marcell, no, not the shell with shoes on. Ozuna, I'm still shocked that he's still on the Braves, but whatever. That's his 16th home run. Look who started the Marlins rally. Jakob Marsee. I got to make a TikTok on this guy or something. If you guys haven't followed me on TikTok, it's not cringe, I promise you guys. I just inform you guys on cool players. Jakob Marsee had 2 more base hits and a stolen base. Wagaman, he went to the wall. Michael Harris broke the wall, like flung open. I don't know if he broke it per se, but that is a 2-run triple for Wags. Graham Pauley in his hometown. He has 3 home runs his last 8 games. Is this yet another Peter Bendix masterclass? We said that about Matt Mervis before he got DFA'd, so I'm hoping that Graham Pauley actually has an extended run of being pretty good. He also has 6 outs above average already on defense. Agustin Ramirez, he drove in a 6-run, but wait, now it's time for the Atlanta comeback. Drake Baldwin, he went 420 plus feet for a 3-run nuke, his 2nd of the game. He has 13 home runs, a 135 OPS plus. Remember, he's a rookie catcher, and now he's making it a 5 RBI game. He ties it. Otto Lopez, you're probably never going to see this happen ever again. He has 10 outs above average, and he just threw it into the camera well, so that allows Raisel Iglesias to pick up his 15th save. The Braves are 48 and 66. Again, no idea why Raisel and Ozuna are still on the Braves. The A's are playing some of their best baseball in years over the last, two-ish weeks, and just saying it kind of lines up with my friend Darell Hernaiz playing shortstop. He's a much better defender than Wilson. I don't know if Wilson's going to slide to second base or whatever, but Colby Thomas is on the board. He had 18 home runs in 82 AAA games, so he does have some pop. Sac flies from Shea and Colby got it to a 4-run lead for Jakob Lopez, who was dirty in this game. Darell, my friend again with the triple, so he got on for Colby Thomas. It's 4-0 for Jakob Lopez, who's been carving, and I'm not even joking. He's literally been carving. He had a bunch of strikeouts in this game. He had web gems from Sodi, and then Sodi went yah-yah again. That is back-to-back games of the home run. Soderstrom has 21 home runs on the year. Jakob is about to go into the 8th inning for the first time in his young career, and we have a contact swinging troll at the dish. Obviously, I'm joking, but this is what MLB The Show feels like to me. I mean, Lopez was throwing fastballs, changeups, cutters, sliders, sinkers. It took 18 pitches for this AB to end, and he finally froze Nathaniel Lowe on I think it was a changeup downstairs. That was Lopez's 10th strikeout, so he goes almost 8 shutout with 3 base hits. He's now thrown 3 consecutive scoreless starts. He owns a dazzling, well, I don't want to say dazzling, but a really good 3.5 ERA for a rookie with 94 strikeouts in 77 innings. The A's are 9-4 since July 24th. Before we talk about the standings, I do want to give an update on the stat leaders across the game of baseball. Aaron Judge and Jacob Wilson, they were battling for a while, but Jacob Wilson is now down to 4th in baseball with a 312 batting average. Judge, he's still leading the way with a 339. Pena, by the way, Jeremy Pena, he is 2nd with a 324 batting average. Pitching wins, I know a lot of people don't put a lot of credence into that, but Garrett Crochet and Freddie Peralta both have 13. Max Fried is at 12, and then you have Skubal and Valdez and a couple other guys with 11 home runs. We know that Cal, the catcher, has 42 home runs. He slowed down a little bit. Kyle Schwarber now has 40. Otani, he's right behind with 39. ERA, Paul Skenes, who we've talked about a bunch in today's video, he has a 1.94 ERA. Tarek Skubal, he has a 2.18, so that is 2nd. RBIs, Kyle Schwarber has 94 runs batted in. Pete Alonso has 91. Then you have Gino, Cal with 90, and Judge, he's right behind with 85. Saves, Robert Suarez is 4 ahead of the next best. Robert Suarez has 32 saves. Estevez and Hader, they're tied at 28. Base hits, oh, look who it is again. Bo Bichette has 12 more base hits than the next guy. Bo has 145 base hits. Manny Machado, he's 2nd. Trey Turner is 3rd. Strikeouts, Garrett Crochet. So Garrett Crochet, he's having a magical season. He's top 3 in wins, ERA, and he's 1st in strikeouts with 183. 1 ahead of Zach Wheeler, 2 ahead of Tarek Skubal, who's throwing later tonight. Again, do not miss my playback stream because Cougs and I are going to be watching that against his Angels. Stolen bases, we have Jose Caballero, 1 ahead of the 6-foot, I'm going to say it, 6'7" O'Neal Cruz. Jose's at 35, and then quality starts. All that means is a guy has gone 6 innings without allowing more than 3 runs. Zach Wheeler's done that 16 times. Same with Framber Valdez, Logan Webb, and Brian Wu. The standings, we know that the Jays are 4 games up on the Red Sox in the AL East. The Yankees are 6.5 games back. In the Central, the Guardians have climbed their way up. They're only 4 games above 500, but they're just 6 games. I'm not going to say just. They're still 6 games back of the Tigers after winning 3 in a row. The Astros, they're 1.5 games up on the Mariners. We talked about that in today's video because the Mariners, they're on a streak. They've won 4 in a row. The Phillies, they lead the Mets by 2.5 games. They're both on a losing streak. The Brewers, they're 4 games up on the Cubs. The Reds are down to 11 games back. We'll talk about the wild card in a second. The Dodgers, this is going to be fun. The Padres, they're only 2 games back. Remember, guys, 3 teams from each league may get to the postseason via the wild card. So as of right now in the American League, we have the Red Sox, Mariners, and Yankees in it right now, with the Guardians and Rangers tied at 1.5 games back. Then you have the Royals and Rays all within 4.5 games. Then there's the Angels and Twins trying to stay alive and fight back. In the National League, the Cubs, Padres, and Mets are all the top dogs right now. The Reds are 3.5 games back. Then it goes to Giants at 5 games back, Cardinals at 5.5, Marlins 6.5, Diamondbacks 9, and then those teams aren't going to make it. You guys have been spamming me to do another Immaculate Grid, so because there weren't too many games, let's end today's recap with some fun. So we have a Tiger and a White Sox. Wasn't Maglio Ordonez? That is the first name that comes to mind. Maglio. Okay, I was about to say it. Froze for a second. I thought, was he not on those 2 teams? We have a National and a Tiger. I don't know why the first name that comes to mind is Jordan Zimmerman. What would you guys have said for Tigers and Nationals? We have an all-star Tiger. I'm going to go with another old school name, Curtis Granderson. I know the Grandy man for sure made an all-star team, 2%. We have a White Sox and a Twin. White Sox, was your mean Mercedes on the Twins for a little bit? I kind of want to say your mean Mercedes, but I don't know if that's going to hit. Let's go with another let's go with another kind of old school player who's no longer in baseball. Let's just make that the trend of today's video. Guys who are no longer in the league and active players, a White Sox and a Twin. A White Sox. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. Wait. My friend, technically, he's not in base. Joey was on the White Sox, but I forgot he did not actually play for them. I think he signed with them this year, got released, and I tried to get cute. I'm sorry. That one actually made me mad, so we're going to just ignore the White Sox and Twins entirely because I'm frustrated at myself that I missed that. We have an all-star. I'm going to skip this one too because Nationals and Twins, I mean, that's an American League team and a National League team. No one's coming to mind right now. An all-star for the Twins. I'm going to go with Joe Mauer. What was the old saying? Well played, Mauer. You guys remember that old, what was it, GameStop or MLB The Show commercial, something like that? A 10-plus win season pitching for the White Sox. You got to go with, let's go with, again, someone who's out the league. We're going to go with Mark Burley. That is one of the easy. It's probably going to be like, yeah, easily 20+%. The Nationals, 10-plus win seasons. Strasburg. This one pains me. All my Nationals fans, I'm sorry for giving you a little PTSD. Should have said trigger warning. We have Strasburg, 10-plus wins, and then All-Star, 10-plus pin. What All-Star 10-plus win season? I'm going to go with my favorite pitcher of all time, Clifford Lee. And then let's just figure out this National and Twin. Was Howie Kendrick? No, Howie Kendrick was not on the Twins. Why am I blanking on this? National and a Twin. National and a... Oh, wait. This is actually hilarious. This is hilarious. It just came to me. Joey was on both teams. Why did they make Joey look so frightened in his picture? Why'd they do that? Another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. You guys have been growing the game of baseball with me one video at a time for as long as I can remember. I'm almost 30 years old. We started this when I was 21, maybe 22. I appreciate you guys to the moon and back. I know I'm getting cringe and mushy, but really, thank you guys a lot. See you on playback.tv /the show for some more live baseball.